Welcome to Gate City Chronicles. I'm Kevin Avard, your host, and today I'd like to introduce you to my two guests, Mr. Lou Duhamel and Kim Cassetta. And today we're going to be talking about musical theater. There's a new show in town.
Yes, there is.
Welcome to the show, by the way. And the name of the show is Curtains. I've never heard of this show.
Well, it was on Broadway, and David Hyde Pierce played the lead. It's a whodunit comedy musical love story.
From the creators of Cabaret and Chicago. So is it that type of...
It's more, it's set in the 1950s.
Okay.
So it has more of that old-fashioned, big musical numbers type of style to it.
Right. Is it big band music? Or?
There is, a song or two that has more big band music, yes.
Right. Now, this is put out by the Actorsingers?
Yes. It's one of New Hampshire's oldest theater groups. We've been around since 1955, and we do two major musicals a year with the adults, and those are performed at the Elm Street Auditorium. And we also do a children's show from 8 to 12 and a teen show. So we do 4 shows a year. And it's a community theater, and it's all mostly local people. We do have people that come in from, out of town, depending on what shows we're doing. Different shows attract different people, but it's a great organization. I've been involved with Actorsingers for about 18 years now.
Now, you do a lot of the stage building and a lot of the back scene works. What is all that about? What entails, what do you do? How do you make this thing run?
There is so much that goes on to put a musical on. Not only do you have the performers on stage, which can be from anywhere from 30 to 60 people. You have the orchestra, you have the directors. But besides that, it takes another 50 to 100 people to put on a show with all the stuff that goes on that you don't hear about.
Right.
I mean, there's tech directors, you need lighting people, sound people, people to come in and build sets, design sets, people to come in and paint sets.
All for free.
All for free.
Right.
And then you get closer to the show, you need a stage crew.
Costumer.
You need costumer.
Hair and makeup.
Hair, makeup. And then there's other stuff. There's publicity. There is even the T-shirts, programs, cast parties. I mean, there's just so many. So many things that are involved that people don't really realize. How
it's really a community effort.
Yes, it is.
It's an amazing event. Now, Kim, you and your husband, Mr. Larry Pizza,
yes,
and Kim Cassetta. Like I said, we have to keep this Italian, right?
Yes, very Italian.
You're a co-director, and he's the director as well.
Yes.
And so do you run all this stuff too? I mean, as a director?
We have meetings with the technical people, so we have to decide about the lights, the set, the costuming, the hair and makeup, all that. We're involved in all of the behind-the-scenes decisions, along with the, trying to work closely with the choreographer and the musical director too.
Wow. So do you practice at Elm Street, or where do you practice? Do you do it all at once, little sections at a time? How's that work?
We do little sections at a time. The musical director she'll practice her music, the dance, the choreographer with the dance. We'll do the acting, and then we try to bring it all together. And Actorsingers has...
Yeah, we have our own building on Lake Street where we do all of that. We're lucky. We're very fortunate to have our own facility. Mm-hmm. We build sets. We have a costume department. We have different floors, like she was saying. One area will do dance, one area will do drama, and another area music. So we have our own...
Building goes on there, too.
Excuse me?
Oh, the set building goes on
there.
there.
Yeah, all the set building, all the props. It's just, we're very lucky. And then so we work on a show for 3 to 4 months before we get it to stage. And then at the weekend before, we have to take all that stuff and move it over to Elm Street.
Right.
So it's a very hectic week. It's called Tech Week.
Yep.
Very hectic. The tech crew's got a week to catch up to what the performers have been practicing for a good 3 months.
Right.
Excuse me. And also, once we get our stage built and set, then it takes time for the actors to be able to work around that and get used to, what we've built and what we've done for the show. And so that last week is very hectic. it all comes together. It's just it's amazing how it comes together. I just sometimes it just blows me away to. When I'm working with the kids, especially, I've worked with a director, Kathy Lovering, and she's always said, well, when it comes to Tech Week, the Martians come in and take our kids and replace them with actors.
Right.
And that's just, it's
funny.
It's so.
How many dress rehearsals do you go through, or is it just one?
One is a formal dress rehearsal, and the night before is kind of a loosely, can I get into my costume in enough time to make it into the scene
Right.
kind of dress
Oh,
rehearsal.
yeah. And that's when it's really hectic, right?
Yeah.
Oh, that's fun. Have you ever had an experience with a really bad dress rehearsal and a great show, or vice versa?
It's supposed to go that way.
It is.
Yes, if you have it's supposed to go a really bad dress rehearsal, because that means,
My lab's not working.
Yeah.
My mic's not working.
Yep.
Where's the light? I can't see my spot.
yep, bad dress rehearsal usually means a good opening night,
Right.
so.
So as far as the music's concerned, are there any recognizable songs out there that we could go to and say, oh, I recognize that, or is this all real new?
It's all real new.
So that should draw a crowd, you would think. People would like to see a new show, something they haven't seen before. I know people, as we were talking off camera, it's hard to get people out to a new show, but it's nice.
And it's a comedy murder mystery.
Yeah.
I mean, it's interesting, it's different, it's not, there's a lot going on through the script to have you try to figure out who actually did it, so.
How long do you know? Oh, I shouldn't ask you that. I shouldn't tell you that. Well, as far as, do people usually get it right off, in the middle, at the end? Is it well?
I'm hoping it's not going to be till the end that anybody figures it out. So.
Okay. Tell me a little bit about the actors and actresses. Are they all local?
Yes, they're all New Hampshire people.
Okay.
And most of them have been in Actorsingers for quite a while.
Yeah, we have quite the organization, and we have a lot of people that we have depended on and used for many, many shows, and people that love working with our organization, and it's a really close-knit group, and
Your daughter's going to be in the show.
yeah,
as well.
my actually, it's one of the things that I love about doing theater so much is I get to work with my daughter, and it's just amazing to see her up on stage. She has one of the lead roles, and to me, that is such a special thing. I love it, and I love being a part of, just the feeling you get when you're doing theater is like none other. I mean, when that curtain closes, and even though I haven't been on stage, or Kim hasn't been on stage, when that curtain closes and you get a standing ovation, you're 10 feet off the ground.
Right.
And even if you've just done a little bit, you still get that
You're part of
feeling
the whole
because you're
thing.
part of the whole thing. And
Right.
it's just an amazing feeling, and I
Tell
enjoy
me,
it.
tell me a little bit about the sponsors. Do you have any sponsors for the show, or that?
We do have some regular sponsors that will help us out, and they buy ads in the programs for every show we do. And
you want to drop any names now, or?
Let's see, I'm really not too sure. I haven't been involved in that part of it for a while,
Okay.
so
Well, it'll be
unless
in
you're
the-
really
it'll be in
involved
the,
in doing the
bulletin.
program
It'll be in the
itself,
program, yep.
Okay.
it's.
Well, that's one of the things that if you'd like to sponsor, that this is a worthwhile project, because theater it helps people get out of, number one, out of the house, get involved with something community, and it's very social. It
We'll become like a family. too.
Exactly.
We
yeah.
do.
I like to brag that I've been in theater before, one or two, and the thing that I take away from that is you make friends for life, and one of the things we say to each other is, "Oh, we'll see you in the next show."
Mm-hmm.
And it could be 6 months, it could be 2 years, it could be 3 years, but you'll be back because it's a fun thing.
Yeah.
So again, this is playing. I didn't tell the people the date. When is it playing?
Opens Friday, March 10th,
Mm-hmm.
and that's an 8 o'clock show. Saturday, the 11th, is an 8 o'clock show, and Mother's Day, the 12th, is 2 o'clock.
So it's
So maybe after you go out for brunch,
right.
come see a show.
Come take the show in. Wonderful. How do people get in touch with you? Are you online?
Yes.
We're online. We have our own website. It's www.actorsingers.org. There's posters all over Nashua, and there is a bar on the poster that you can scan to get tickets. And also, we have a number to call. It's 320-1870, and somebody will help you with tickets that way. Or you can show up to the Actorsingers Hall. On Sunday nights, we do have somebody there selling tickets right at the hall.
Okay.
And that's always fun, too, because you can come in and see what's going on and sneak
Oh,
around
yeah.
and check things out. And, you know, there's a few ways to get tickets.
Do you ever film these at all, or just for the archives? Or
Yes.
you do? All right.
Archives.
Are they
We're not supposed to.
Oh, you're not supposed to. Okay. We'll cut that out.
Thank you. I wasn't sure.
All right. Well, for the record. Okay. So the name of the musical, a comedy a comedy of whodunit, and the name of it is called Curtains, from the creators of the Cabaret in Chicago. Right?
Yes.
Anything else you want to add before we say goodbye to our guests?
That we are the first community theater to do this in New Hampshire. It's been done once in New Hampshire before, but that was by professional theater. So we're the first ones to do it.
Well, break a leg.
Thank you.
All
Thank
right.
you very much.
Break a leg, and thanks for coming on the show.
Thanks for
right.
having us.
All right. Well, we hope to see you there at Curtains. Give it a shot. It might be worthwhile. I got a feeling it is. So thanks for watching Gate City Chronicles. Until next week.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.